Welcome back to Sim Sunday, welcome back to P3D version 4.5, and welcome to Paris Orly International Airport, Paris's second airport, of course. And today we're in the gorgeous PMDG 737-800 of Transavia France. And this short flight down to Naples on the Italian Amalfi Coast will be the last in our Bucket Spade series. And with this video publishing on the 26th of December 2021, it is Boxing Day here in the UK, and if Christmas is your thing, I hope you're having a wonderful holiday. And obviously our fingers are crossed for a very happy new year when it finally arrives. And of course in the hope that 2022 is a lot better than 2020 and 2021. Anyway, there's a good chance you're watching this video at another time of the year, so welcome back to another Sim Sunday. The Real Airbus Pilot and I hope you're enjoying our videos here on YouTube, and the best reward we can get, of course, is your subscription to the channel. And jumping right into the left-hand seat in the cockpit, I'm afraid I'm going to have to tell you yet again, I've forgotten to take a screen capture of SimBrief. However, we'll be departing on runway 07 here at Orly with a right-hand turn shortly after departure, heading in the direction of the Alps overhead, Geneva, then Turin, then heading down towards Rome before starting our descent into Naples, where I'll be making an ILS approach into runway 06. Anyway, the passengers are all on board. The FMC is programmed, so I'm soon going to ask for pushback and taxi to runway 07 here at Orly. I'll be back shortly to tell you a little bit about the scenery that I've installed here at Paris and of course Naples when we arrive.
Hello Captain, we are ready for pushback. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear, start at will. Caution the Boeing 737 on the taxiway. All positions unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected, bypass pin removed. Left is clear, right is clear.
You'll notice that we're using a very simple ATC call sign today, 3828. We should be using the call sign France Soril 3828, but unfortunately Edit Voice Pack seems to have failed to load that call sign today, so it's simply 3828. At this stage of the flight, and after quite a bit of setup, there was simply no point me going back, reloading the aircraft and trying to find a call sign that worked. Anyway, back to our taxi out to runway 07 here at Orly. We're using the JetStream Designs Orly for P3D version 4.5. It's a really good and pretty scenery set for prepared. And when we get down to Naples in Italy, you will find us using Aerosoft's Naples for FSX and prepared. It's a very early version of Naples, and while I bought it many years ago for FSX, it also works in prepared 3D version 4 and above. As you'd expect, it doesn't have any sewed jetways, but at the end of the day, Naples doesn't have any jetways anyway, so it's not a bad scenery and includes a really good version of Naples City and surrounding area, so it's actually really beautiful scenery that I've been using now for well over 3 years at the time of recording this video. As you can see, we've arrived at the threshold for runway 07 here at Orly. We're turning on our TCAS, making sure our weather radar is operable, as well as turning on the landing lights and switching off the taxi lights. However, there is another aircraft on final, so as soon as it has landed and cleared the runway, we'll be given clearance to depart.
Rotate. V2.
And that's us climbing nicely away from Paris in a southeasterly direction towards the French Alps, Geneva in Switzerland, before heading into Italian airspace. Cruise altitude for this flight was flight level 350 or 35,000 feet, with a flight time of just under 2 hours. There's really not a lot else to tell you about this flight as we cruise towards the French Alps. So I'm going to cut the video now and come back to you when we're on approach to Naples. So I started my descent towards Naples overhead Rome, with the Mediterranean Sea to our right and of course the French island of Corsica clearly in view. As I said earlier, we'll be making an ILS approach into runway 06 at Naples, and that of course means we'll be making an approach overhead the Bay of Naples. This flight was following a real-time schedule for the service between Paris, Orly and Naples in July 2021. It was around 7 in the evening that I made this approach, and the colours around the Naples area presented here and prepared were absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, let's get on with the approach and landing.
Altimeter setting. Altimeter setting. Approaching. 0, 6.
I have to say that I'm pretty pleased with that landing. I'm not sure it was a greaser, but it was darn close. Anyway, welcome to the Italian city of Naples, which I said at the beginning of this video was the end of our Bucket and Spade series. Over the last number of weeks, the Real Airbus pilot and I have flown some very interesting routes, both in prepared and X-plane. As you can imagine, there are so many more holiday destinations that we could have brought you as part of this series. However, it would probably have taken us until 2024 to bring you them all. It's time to turn off the weather radar, pop the TCAS into standby, switch off the pulsating strobe lights along with the landing lights, and then it's time to power up the APU, while of course switching on the taxi lights, and finally request taxi to the gate. And with that, we bring to the end another Sim Sunday. The Real Airbus Pilot and I hope you have enjoyed this Bucket and Spade series, as we have tried to recreate these popular holiday flights to many of the Northern Hemisphere's most popular vacation destinations. And as 2021 draws to an end, we hope that the aviation world in real life continues to recover after this terrible pandemic that has ruined 2020 and 2021, and along with it the tens of thousands of jobs across this incredible industry we all love so much. So back to Flight Sim wherever you fly next in your virtual world. Don't forget to fly safe.